If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com.
Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Yes, Courtney, it is party time. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. And hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and as always, good to be seen. My name is Izzy Presley, and welcome to another fucking podcast. I was supposed to record one on the boat, but circumstances, how you say, kind of prevented that. We'll get into that in just a little bit. Make sure you hit up my sponsors, of course, vid-decals.com, rockstarleatherworks.com, Beater Amplification. Check out Beater Amplification. I am proud to be a Beater artist. I have this killer amp that they sent me. It is hand-wired. It's 100 watts. Pop to the tubes is 50 watts. Every guitar player I've had over this plugged into that motherfucker. Everybody that played it when I had it down at Soundcheck Live on my birthday loved it. Classic rock and roll tone. It is unfucking believable. It's Beater Amplification. Beeter. Also, the Rockwood Saloon. Check out the Rockwood Saloon. You can find him on Facebook. Gave me this killer leather vest. He does custom stage clothes. He does it for Lita Ford. And he made me a vest. That's how great Tony over at Rockwood Saloon is. And if you need t-shirts for your band, stuff like that, he can design everything and make that shit for you. Rockwood Saloon. And, of course, Sass Pants Designs. Check out Sass Pants Designs. What she does, you can find her on Facebook, Sass Pants Designs. This one's for you ladies. Oh, you ladies out there. That's right. You can take those shirts, those rock shirts, those concert shirts, they might not fit right anymore. Or you just want to customize them and make them look really fucking cool. You can send them to her and she'll turn them into like tube top dresses, tank tops, tube tops. Just really cool shit. She's got a store on Etsy. If you go to her Facebook page, Sass Pants Designs, you can see all of her great stuff. So check that out. You know, guys, find some shit for your lady there. Valentine's Day is coming up in a couple days. You might not have it by then. It could be a belated, Valentine's Day present. You never know. It's showing that you care and that you want her to look good for you. Not that she doesn't. But, dress her up a little bit. Show off the titties. What?
Yeah.
Yes, Pat Fontaine. I crack myself up as well. Yeah, Sass Pants Designs. Check out her stuff. Go on Facebook and check out her Etsy page. She posts every time she makes some new shit. She posts it up on Facebook and goes on Etsy and yada, yada, yada. Everybody I know that's had stuff done by her. Some people have ordered another effing podcast shirts when they were available, and they will be available again. I'm just deciding on a new slogan for the back. I had a lot of people on the Monsters Cruise ask me, where's your, I'm huge in Sheboygan shirt? Maybe that means I have to sell more of those? I don't know. We'll see. I might be able to put those bad boys up again. We'll see. Well, check it out. I don't know. So Sass Pants Designs, check her out. And, of course, A&P Productions Laser Engraving Division. I showed off some of the great stuff that he sent me already on the Monsters of Rock cruise and Cruise to the Edge. Like my little bottle openers, my fucking Zippo, cool shit like that. And my little clicky flashlight gimmick. And what we're going to do is we're going to call it the Roadie Pack. Simple, the Roadie Pack. The reason I'm doing all this now is because tomorrow night I got Bobby Brown in the studio and maybe another guest doing a very special Valentine's Day show where we're going to get dating advice from the hottest video vixen ever. The Cherry Pie Girl herself, ex-Wives of Rock, of course her book, Dirty Rocker Boys. Bobby Brown, returning in studio. She was also my very first in-studio guest. Big time in-studio guest, I should say. Because, of course, I had my ex-roommate Ben. Ben Reagan was on the show many, many times while he played with Richie Ramone, just because he could walk across the kitchen and come in and, do the show. Because it was there. The show was fresh. It was new. And then Bobby came in and... Actually, no, I think she was my second. Billy Vera was my first because I didn't have her on the intro on the Billy Vera show when he was originally on. So Billy was first. Bobby was second. But she's returning, and I cannot wait. So that's why I'm going through all of this stuff today, so we can just concentrate on Bobby tomorrow. Of course, I'm going to go through this little spiel tomorrow because it's what I do, and I got to take care of the people that take care of me, because that's how I roll. So yes, A&P Productions Laser Engraving Division. So what we're going to do is we're going to make, it's going to be called the Roadie Pack. I don't know how much it's going to be, but it's going to have bottle openers. It's going to have the flashlight. It's going to have a Zippo and probably a flask, I think. Oh, somebody's texting me while I'm on the show. That's awesome. I should probably go look at that, but it's all the way across the room. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be called the Roadie Pack. I don't know how much it's going to be yet, but when those are available, you will know as soon as possible. I should probably grab my phone and see what the fuck that is. Here, listen to dead air for 2 seconds. Oh, of course. I go to check it because I think it's something important. It's just fucking Lyft. Go ahead and make us money. If you've never used Lyft, you should use Lyft. I am a Lyft driver. And use my promo code if you're a first-time user. Izzy 545363. It's Izzy 545363. Or unless you're going to sign up to drive, you can use that promo code as well. Then we can all make money. Why not? Izzy 545363. Lyft. Download the app if you never have. Or if you've downloaded it and never used it, you can still use that promo code and get discounts and yada, yada, yada. So go use that shit. So I got back last night from the Monsters of Rock cruise and Cruise to the Edge. We were out on the seas for 9 days. And that is a lot of alcohol intake. That is a lot of cankles. A lot of not pooping hardly. Or solidly, I should say. It kind of takes a toll on you, but it's worth it. It's a fucking blast. Those cruises are amazing. Those cruises that On the Blue puts on are just fucking amazing. We'll get into the cruises in a second here, but my lovely travel day yesterday. I ran into somebody at Ace Frehley, and it was myself and Tommy Summers and Mark Cicchini from Three Sides of the Coin all went out to see Ace Frehley the Sunday before I left for Monsters of Rock out at the Canyon Club. Ace killed. He was fucking amazing. Ace, he shined. I don't think I've ever seen Ace play that good. 10 years sober, helps. It's probably got something really, really good to do with it, but he killed, man. He was great. He had a great set list. His band is just top notch. Scotty Coogan on the drums, of course. Chris Wise, who's been on this show, on the bass guitar, and why is his name for fucking escaping me? I just can't think of his fucking name right now. rhythm guitar guy. Richie Scarlett. There we go. I didn't even have to look that up. That's how good I am. See how good I am? Yeah, I'm so good, so good. Yeah, Ace fucking shined. Enough's Enough opened up. My boy Tori Stoffergan is playing with Enough's Enough again. Of course, Chip is playing bass and singing lead for them now, which is fucking kick-ass. Enough's Enough was amazing. Sounded great. You know, did a few covers, played all their hits. Sounded great. Good job, Chipper. It's good to see you doing great there, buddy. And of course, you know, touring with Ace gets those guys in front of a lot of people. Not that people haven't, you know, seen Enough's Enough live before, or not that they don't know who they are because they've been around for a very, very long time. But they always put on a great show, and I was like, I wonder how Chip is going to sound being the lead vocalist. I know he's a talented motherfucker. He can play guitar like a motherfucker. He can play bass like a motherfucker as well, and, well, he can sing like a motherfucker too. It was amazing. Sounded great. Good job, Chip. Good job, Chipper. Hold on. Where's my tracks? Okay, so I'm not going to get to my tracks now. That's awesome. Effects. Oh, effects. That's where it is. All right, come on. There we go. All right. Big round of applause for Chips Enough. Also, I do have the chat room going too. So if you are listening live on Spreaker right now, that's the only way you can hear the show right now as we speak. See what I did there? I'm silly like that. What can I tell you? Chime in on the chat room. Say hi. Well, bullshit. This isn't going to be a very long show. Just kind of, you know, recapping the Monsters of Rock cruise and Cruise to the Edge. If there's anything you want to talk about, feel free to hit the chat room and let me know. Of course, we'll be happy to chat with you. Or you can tweet me. Make sure, I forgot about all this shit too. Twitter, Izzy_Presley. My quest for 1 million followers. I am currently at, let's check this out, 1,779. So hit up that Twitter machine. Give me a follow, Izzy_Presley. You're going to want to use that tomorrow as well when Bobby is in studio, because we are going to be taking questions, dating and Valentine's Day questions for Bobby Brown. And hopefully a second guest, because, you know, why not share the wealth and have another gal? I tried to get Morgan Bailey. I thought that would have been kind of cool. Get it, you know, more. If you didn't hear the Morgan Bailey episode, go back and listen to that. She's a tranny porn star. Very, very cool gal. She's working on a documentary, so I had her in the, I had her on the show. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably one of the best interviews that I've ever done. It was a lot of fun. So go back and listen to that episode. So hopefully, I'm trying to get another porn star in. I don't know who yet, because all the ones that I know are like busy or out of town. Not that I know a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, an arch fucking cocksman over here. I just know people. I know people. What can I say? So hopefully another porn star, because how cool would that be? Getting the hottest video vixen ever, Bobby Brown, and a porn star in here answering dating questions. I love the idea of that. We'll see what happens. But hopefully I'll have a second guest in tomorrow with Bobby. So yes, use that Twitter tomorrow. Also, you can email questions in tomorrow, Izzy@IzzyPresleyProductions.com, or if you have any kind of need to talk to me in any way, that's the email address you can use, Izzy@IzzyPresleyProductions.com. Hit up the social media, of course, the Facebook page, Facebook.com/AnotherEffin' and my personal page, my entertainment page, which is Facebook.com/IzzyPresley1. It's Izzy Presley 1. Find out everything I'm doing entertainment-wise, when the movie shit happens, when the TV stuff. Oh, yeah, there might be some TV stuff. I can't get into that yet. When all that shit happens, you'll hear about it. And, of course, my favorite thing that I get to do, along with the cruises, is Soundcheck Live. You can catch me there every Wednesday night. I am lucky enough to host that show that is put on by, pardon me, Steve Ferlazzo. Soundcheck Live every Wednesday night. Pardon me, I need a little sip. Every Wednesday night at Lucky Strike Live, that is in Hollywood, at Hollywood and Highland. And it's an all-star jam. It's organized chaos. But the musical ability that we have in there each and every week, these are all pros. Touring musicians, studio musicians, names that you know, some you might not know. But once you see them, you're like, holy fuck, these guys are amazing. Soundcheck Live every Wednesday night at Hollywood and Highland, Lucky Strike Live. Such a great venue. You Monsters of Rock cruisers that were on Monsterwood will remember that because that's where the very first pre-party was at my Ace Frehley tribute band called ACK, a tribute to Ace Frehley, got to play at before we got to play on the boat. Holy shit, Nashville took the lead. NHL, the package has this free gimmick going on for this week. You can watch any game you want if you're a cable subscriber. And I usually watch. I have the online package, but I'm like, oh fuck! So I turned it on TV, and I missed the first period. It was like Fight Central. I'm pissed that I missed that. Now Dallas is up 3-0, and now Nashville took the lead in third period. Look at that, 4-3. See, live hockey updates on this show as well. What do you say about that? It's hockey. I can't help myself. So where was I? Yes, Soundcheck Live. Check that out. If you go to the Lucky Strike page on Facebook, Lucky Strike Live, you can see who's playing there every week. Put out the events, yada yada yada. So check that out. And I can't wait to be back because I missed the last 2 weeks, of course, on the Monsters of Rock cruise and Cruise to the Edge. So my travel day yesterday started out kind of, I was ready to stab myself. So I get up, I'm hungover, of course, and I go through you wait in line to get off the boat. I waited as long as I possibly could. Because that's what I do every year, unless I have like a super early flight, but I never let that happen. So I wait in line to get off the boat, then you in line going through customs. I had everything, you got to fill out that gimmick that you have to hand to the customs agent. Have you bought anything? Do you have AIDS? Do you have herpes? I mean, whatever. And you have to have that to get out. I filled it out. I had it with me, and I got to the very front of the line, which I was in line for about a good half an hour, 45 minutes getting up there. You have the opportunity to hire a porter, and I think it costs like $20. Didn't have it because, I needed to pay for fucking luggage. I love traveling. So you have to pay $25 to get your fucking bag on the plane, yada yada yada. That's one great thing about Southwest is you don't have to pay for luggage. Get up to the very front of the line. I lost my fucking slip. I'm irate. It wasn't their fault. I just don't know where the fuck it went. So I had to go all the way to the back of the line again. And then I said, fuck it. I saw one of the porter guys. I'm like, dude, I got $7. Work with me. He goes, just you? I'm like, yeah. It's like, hell, throw your shit on. Let's go. And then, of course, somebody else jumped on, too. He's like, yeah, I got this much. He's like, yeah, what the hell? Why not? Let's do this. So he got me to the front of the line, and we got through and got out of there because my ride was waiting, so I didn't have to wait in that line again. It only took about 10 minutes this time. I get out there, and the fucking dude that was with me bounced. I only gave him $3, and I was pissed. It's like, really, dude? You offered him so much, and you only gave him $3? That's a bunch of horse shit. So then my friends, the Florios, picked me up. Because my flight wasn't until 4:30. This is like 11 a.m., 10:30 a.m. or something like that. Florios picked me up, and they take me to lunch. That was great. Then they take me to this place in Tampa called Beach. It's this little beach bar gimmick. Cool place. It's outside. The water's right there. It's not on the ocean. It's in the Gulf there, in the bay. Such a cool place. Having a couple beers. I do the picture gimmick with the Florios, a couple of my favorite people. I'm like, all right, shit. I think my flight is at 4:30, 4 o'clock. We better go. It's like 1 o'clock. I'm that guy. And not realizing I'm only 5 minutes from the fucking airport. So we could have stayed for like 2 more. And we should have. Because as soon as I get checked in at the airport, and, well, before that. So I get to the airport. And I have no idea what my flight is, where my fucking layover is. And because I, of course, I'm smart and didn't write any of that shit down or print anything out. I didn't have my confirmation number. I had nothing. All I had was my passport. You just put your passport in that gimmick, and it brings up your information. So I go up there. I put my passport in. Cannot find any information. You have no reservation. I'm like, whoa. Lady was nice enough to help me out. I'm like, come on, please be Houston. Please be Houston. Please be Houston. Nope, Chicago. So that's how I flew out. Layover in Chicago, Los Angeles to Chicago to Tampa Bay. So, of course, the same thing straight back. Flying United. Never flying United again. I was not happy with them. I mean, it's not anything bad. It's just whining. She's like, well, you don't have a seat assigned. I'm like, all right, well, if you have emergency exit, give it to me. She's like, that's $44. I'm like, $44? My flight out here, I didn't even ask for it, and I was automatically assigned to it. I didn't have to pay extra for it. Why in the fuck can you get assigned to it without asking for it? But if you want it, you have to pay $44 fucking dollars. It's a bunch of horse shit. I'm like, all right, give me whatever. I don't care. So she gives me like this middle seat. And the reason I always want exit row is because I'm tall. I'm 6'4". I need the leg room. And most of these fucking planes, there's not a lot of leg room in them. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Give me what you can. And I was like, all right, cool. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my trick. Because the trick is, with what I found out, not every airline, is you go up to the counter, where you get on the plane. Then you ask them if there's any exit row available. And if it is, they usually just swap it out for you. No, not these pricks. Yeah, it'll be $44. He's like, I know you're tall, but $44. I'm like, no. Dude, I need the leg room, but I'm not paying extra just to get fucking, a little extra fucking leg room. Not happening. Well, I can give you a window. Like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm stuck the way it is. So I get in line, and group 4, and I get up to go on the fucking plane, and the guy scans my ticket, and it fucking lights up. It's like, oh, you have a different ticket printing. I'm like, all right. Oh shit, maybe I got the exit row. Prints out. Oh, it's my window seat. But it was group 3, so I could have got on the fucking plane earlier. I wouldn't have had to fucking wait so long. So I get on the plane. And I go towards the back. And I'm like, sweet, I got a fucking window seat. I can just fall asleep, lean against the fucking wall, and deal with it. And I get to my seat, and I look over, and it looks like, does this guy have special needs? Not that that's anything wrong. That'd be fine. Like, no. He's just a drunk guy. He looked like a Packer fan that was drunk, except he was wearing a Bears hat. This guy was hammered. I'm like, oh, fuck. And he's sitting in my seat. My seat. Not that I give a fuck. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, dude, I think you have the middle seat because I have the window seat. He's like, what? Like, whatever, I don't fucking care. He's like, well, you can have it, dude. It doesn't matter. I'm like, well, yeah, it's my seat. I want the seat. This guy's loaded. Fucking loaded. He smells like he just drank about 5 gallons of beer. And he looks like a drunk Packer fan wearing a Bears hat. Well, I say, drunk Packer fan lightly because we know all Packer fans are pretty much drunks, other than Stevie Rochelle. So we get there, and he passes out right away. I mean, fucking right away, and he just reeks. It's like, fuck, this sucks. And, of course, he's drunk, so his fucking arms are going over the fucking armrests. I'm, like, curled up in a ball, hiding as close to the fucking wall and the window as, as much as I can, just so I don't have to touch this fucking loser. And he's fucking hammered. Doesn't understand fucking what's going on anyways. So we take off, we're flying. All I can smell is that. Made me wish I was drunk. Granted, I'm surprised I didn't get drunk just, smelling him. And as the flight goes on, he starts getting more comfortable and leaning closer and leaning. All of a sudden, his fucking head is on my shoulder. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, what? And he's staring. I'm watching Star Wars, so I don't have to listen to him when he tries to talk to me. And he's just look at me with this blank, drunken stare. I'm like, dude, you're all over me. Get the fuck off of me. The dude sitting on the other side of him about halfway through the flight ended up switching fucking seats. But, of course, this idiot, instead of, moving over, just stayed there. He didn't even acknowledge it until we were about 20 minutes away from landing. He's like, is that dude gone? Like, yeah, he moved a long time ago. Couple more times. Same. I think he even tried to kiss me on the shoulder. Like, get the fuck off of me. So I'm already just fucking irate. Just dealing with this bullshit. There's nowhere I could go because I'm trapped in there. And, drunkie is all passed out, so I can't get up and fucking move. Finally, we land. I get the fuck off the plane, and it's O'Hare. So I'm like, okay, where's the LAX flight? She's like, I need to know the number. Like, dude, you're fucking United. You just can't look and go, oh, yeah, LAX this time. No, I need to know the numbers. Of course, I have to pull my fucking ticket out because, it's such a hassle. God forbid I have to reach in my pocket and, read. All right, it's in B, and this is Terminal C. Anybody that's gone through O'Hare's a fucking nightmare. It's huge. If you end up on one side of it, good luck if you're supposed to be on the other side. So I rush over there thinking, all right, I'll go up and talk to the lady at the counter, see if I can swindle my way into an exit row. Because that's what I do. See, that's why I love Sun Country. Sun Country, usually any airline, if you ask them at the check-in counter when you first get into the airport, that's when they say, well, it's an upgrade fee. And then you go to the counter right by the plane, and then they usually just swap it out for you. United, no. So I'm never flying United again. Because, God forbid. So I get to the terminal, and they have, the way United has it, is they have a line for Group 1, a line for Group 2, a line for Group 3, a line for Group 4, and a line for Group 5. They had Groups 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, 5 together. We'll get to that in a second. So I go up to the counter, I try to give the sobby voice, I'm like, look, I'm 6'4". I just had a horrible flight. I'm not in a good mood. Is there any way that you have an exit row available? You can just swap me out because I need it. I need the leg room. My legs are just cramping. I just need the leg room. I need it. I don't care if it's a middle seat. I don't give a shit. I just need an exit row. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's oversold. Sorry you had a bad experience. I was like, oh, nothing you can do about it. Fucking drunk fucking Packer fan disguised as a Bear fan over there. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll go charge my phone. And everybody starts getting up to get in line. And she gets on the intercom and makes it very clear. Lines 3, 4, and 5 are all in the same place, but do not line up if you're not in line 3. In Group 3, because it'll go all the way around the bar and it'll just cause a log jam. Simple enough to understand. Not quantum physics. What does everybody do? Everybody fucking lines up like a bunch of fucking idiots. And this is where I'm just ready to lose it. I'm like, you fucking idiots. Can you not listen? Can you not follow a simple fucking command? Don't everybody line up at once, because you're just going to look like a bunch of idiots lined up all the way down the fucking terminal. We can just go sit down after they let in line group 3. Group 4 gets up, they get in, then group 5 gets up. It's not fucking quantum physics. No, all these fucking idiots just get in line at once. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't take this. There's a bar right there. I mean, literally 5 feet from me. Of course, I didn't have any money to fucking get a drink, because it would have been a shot of Jack Daniels and about 3 beers in those 15 minutes. Just because I had it. My cankles are just pounding. I just had it. Just done. Finally, we get on the plane. I had a middle seat. Wasn't as bad. I had an Asian gal on the left of me. When she fell asleep, she put her head on my shoulder. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll pretend like I'm asleep and just let her go with it. Hope she was 18. Kidding. They all look young. You can never tell. You're stereotyping. Yeah, well, what can I do? So that flight wasn't as bad, but of course it's a longer flight, and my cankles are just pounding. I'm just like, God, I just want to get off this fucking plane. And I've been wearing these compression socks all day. I'm like, all right, I had this option. I was telling myself, I was like, I can take the compression socks off at the airport in Tampa and put the flip-flops on, or do I leave them on, even though I'm going to be wearing them all day, then they'll get all fucking sweaty, and tough decision. But I'm like, no, the compression socks are a good idea. Because, if you've had cankles, when it gets pressurized and they start fucking blowing up again, and it just hurts like a motherfucker. I'm like, all right, I'll just roll with it. Well, by this time, my feet are just sweating. And the cankles are just pounding. My feet are wet. It's like, God damn it, I just want to get off this fucking plane and go home. Just want to go pick up my car and go home. We finally land. The luggage came out right away, which was awesome. Thank Lemmy. So I was able to get out of there. And, of course, my car was supposed to be at the dealership where I left it. And when I left it there, they're going to go do all this stuff to it that they were supposed to do when I bought it, but I took it too soon. They didn't have time to do it. So, Ace Von Johnson is texting me. Let's talk to Ace. We're going to call him. We'll call him back in a little bit. We'll actually call him, and I'll put the speaker up to the phone so you guys can hear him too. And so I texted the guy. He never texted me back. I'm like, is the car going to be where I left it? Because that was the deal. I just I'd pick it up and I'd go home. But if not, let me know so I don't have to go all the way to fucking Highland Park. I can just go straight to fucking Burbank. Never text me back. I'm like, God damn it. So it would have been easy, just jump on the fucking Hollywood flyaway, take that to Hollywood. I'm only fucking 5-10 minutes from fucking Hollywood. It'd be fucking easy, cheap Lyft ride, yada, yada, yada. Never heard back from him. Not that I'm not recommending the dealership do it, because it's a great fucking place. Sounds like it from the way I'm talking, right? So I wait forever for the fucking flyaway bus. I get on the flyaway bus. I go to Union Station. I have to get on the train to go to Highland Park. And I'm sitting up there on that fucking thing forever, waiting for that fucking train to come. I'm freezing. Because, used to being down in Tampa, you think, it's always warm in LA. No, it's not. It was about 50 degrees. I had my jean jacket on. My feet were wet and cold. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just over it. I'm done. I just want to go to bed. Knowing that I had just moved right before I left for the cruises. Hadn't had a chance to put anything away. So my room looks like a storage bin pretty much. So I had that to look forward to when I got home. So I get to Highland Park and I order my Lyft, and the fucking Lyft driver is driving the wrong way, so I fucking cancel it. And of course, as soon as I cancel it, it starts fucking surging at like 300%. It's like, God, fuck. If I have to go all the way to Burbank, I'm not rolling. I'm not paying that fucking much money. You should. But I'm not going to do that. I can't. I just can't afford it. I don't have the fucking money to. If I had the money, I wouldn't give a fuck. I just wanted to get home. So I had to wait that out. Finally gets down to about 50%. I'm like, fuck it. It's time. I need to go. I get the guy listening to trance music, and I'm just trying to listen to fucking Three Sides of the Coin podcast, and he wants to talk. I'm like, oh, fuck. Telling him where to go. He's like, well, I need to stop at a gas station. My eye itches, so I have to get some stuff. I'm like, God damn it. I just want to go home. I just want to get home. Pull up to the dealership. My car's out back. Not where they said it would be. The keys weren't there. So I'm like, ah, fuck. Now I gotta take a lift home. Son of a fuck. So we left, and of course we stopped at the gas station so he can get some shit. Of course they didn't have it, and yada, yada, yada. Finally get back up to this mess. Pretty much, I put some of it away, and I just got the bed made just so I could go to bed. After I walked to Vaughn's and got some pizza rolls because, pizza rolls are fucking major. So I went back. I got my car this morning. Got the room cleaned up. Everything is good. So, there was my travel day from hell. I know it could be much worse with, cancellations and yada, yada, yada. I've been lucky that way. I'm never flying United again. That's basically what I'm saying. And if I can ever afford it, I'm going fucking first class because I don't want to deal with this bullshit anymore. I need that fucking leg room. So, all right, here's the scoop. I am going to take a tiny, short little break here, and I will be right back, and we will talk about Monsters of Rock and Cruise to the Edge.
If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com. All right, and we are back, and gonna talk some Monsters of Rock cruise, and why not? Ace doesn't know I'm calling him, but we're calling Ace Von Johnson right now. He was on both cruises with me. Let's see if he answers.
What's up, fuckface?
Hey, Bubba, you're live on the air right now.
Hey, Bubba, fucking what's up, motherfucker?
I'm doing a little cruise recap, and you were on both of them with me. I'm like, you just texted me. I just got done with my travel rant, and
are you on the air right now?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm with Alex Kane.
Oh my god, you're with Alex Kane?
Alex Kane. He's doing his podcast right now. Hey, fuck you, Izzy. Hey, you owe me $7. I need it now. Where's my $3.50? What's going on?
You have me confused with the Amazing Izzy.
I thought it was the Amazing Jizzy.
No, it's Izzy Struggling or Izzy No Game Presley.
How's the podcast going?
Oh, it's going good. Like I said, I just got done with my travel rant, and I'm like, I'm doing it tonight as a special one because I got Bobby Brown on tomorrow doing the Valentine's Day gimmick. I'm not gonna have time to go through all the cruise shit, so I'm like, fuck it, why not? Do a special show tonight, talk about the cruises and.
You got Bobby Brown on. Is he going to be doing Ain't Nobody Humping Around?
Yes.
Is he going to be DeVoe?
He's actually going to be beating the shit out of me.
Wow.
While high on cocaine.
Jesus Christ. I would just like to say, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Larry, Gene, April, and everybody on the staff and everybody with the Monsters of Rock and Cruise to the Edge. Amazing. Not only was this the best Monsters of Rock yet, but I just had a great time, and thanks for letting me come and stow away, if you will, as a pirate on the second cruise.
Right.
That was a lot of fun. So, what are we discussing? The cruise?
Yeah, just talking the cruise. Let's talk Cruise to the Edge. That was your first cruise to the Edge. What were your thoughts on it?
I'm gonna say this: fucking Kansas, dude. Wow.
Oh, they throw down.
Both of their 2-hour shows, and I feel like my life may have been changed.
Really?
That was amazing. Yeah, that was some fucking cool shit because I'm a huge Eagles fan.
Right.
And so I felt like that was sort of like in that same vibe of like that just sort of like Americana progressive rock, like 70s, just like guitar heavy, but still songs. Some of the stuff I saw on the Edge, I'm not gonna lie, totally not my bag. Was not for me at all.
Right.
But musicianship wise, holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, those prog guys can throw down. I have this problem of not being able to count past 4.
Yeah, me too. Hi. I'm in Pussycat. I can't count past 1.
And I'm not going to lie, I don't want to hear keyboards for a while either.
Yeah, and the flute solos kind of bummed me out after a while. But you know what? My favorite day was Cape Day. So watching everyone walk around in the capes and shit was kind of fucking neat.
Well,
yeah, it was cool. I mean, that's not my style of music. So, I mean, obviously, but it was cool getting to hang out with you and do the fucking karaoke thing every night and hang out with Trunk a bunch. And
right.
He and I watched Mike Portnoy's thing on the last night before I came up to see you, and it was cool.
I didn't really see Trunk around that often. I thought we had this plan of destroying his liver over the course of 9 days. And
I don't want to call him out, but he was kind of a puss. He didn't want to drink. Every time I offered him a drink, he was just like, "Nah, man, I got a podcast to do or a show to do." He was working. So
yeah, he was working, but it doesn't mean you can't have half a bottle of Jack Daniels every night.
Let's talk about him coming up with Pussycat again
this
year.
Yes, tell me, because I missed it.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there. So he came up and walked around. We actually got him a bar stool and a table.
Oh,
my
God.
He could come by and pour a whiskey down our throat, which he did at one point, and somebody jumped on stage and actually yelled to me, "That's not iced tea." And I was like, "Yeah, you fucking jag-off. Of course it's Jack Daniels." I know everyone wants to pretend that we're being all fake rock and roll guys, drink slamming. We're alcoholics. Yeah, but like Alex said, we're actually alcoholics. Slamming. We're actually slamming Jack Daniels up there because that's how we roll.
Right.
But it was great. The full stage show for Pussycat was amazing. It was cool. We had a bunch of fucking friends. I'm not even sure I can do a mental inventory of who came up there. Mark Torian, Oni Logan from Lynch Mob.
Oh, nice.
I know the guys from Night Ranger were up there. Brad Gillis, take notes, okay?
Did I tell you my Brad Gillis story?
Sure, tell me.
So on my the day of my 19-hour bender, which I blame on your drummer, because it always starts out with Chad and a bottle of Jack Daniels at 10 a.m. That was the day we were in Cozumel, and I get off the boat and I'm just wandering around. I didn't go do anything, so I didn't have any money to spend or whatever. So I'm gonna get back on the boat after people made me drink tequila, and I stopped at Senior Frogs or something like that, and I see this gal with great tits, and I've had a couple in me, so I'm like, why not go tell her how great those are? So I walk over, I'm talking to her all nicely. I'm like, those are amazing. Nice work. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. All of a sudden, this guy comes walking over. He's wearing sunglasses and a baseball cap, short hair. And she's like, oh, this is my husband. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? I was just complimenting your old lady on her great boobs. He's like, they are amazing, aren't they? And I'm like, I looked at him. I'm like, you're Brad Gillis. He goes, yep. Like, awesome. Then I walked away. I ran into him later. I'm like, I was just fucking around. Right? He's like, oh, of course, dude. I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, good.
That's awesome. No, he's got a great sense of humor. Those guys are the best.
Yeah. I remember the very first cruise. I was just on there with the radio station, and the last time that I saw him on the very first cruise, it was up in that they didn't have karaoke on it yet at that point. It was just up in this lounge everybody was hanging out in, and he was hammered. And he took my last cigarette, and the time that I saw him after that, I reminded him about it, and he laughed. He's like, "Yep, that sounds like me."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who were your favorite acts on the cruise?
God, Residency was great, as they always are.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Residency, fucking, if you're anywhere near Nashville, check those guys out.
Yeah, and they're actually a few of those guys are now Gene Simmons' solo band.
Yes, I knew that. Yeah, they're doing select dates this year.
Yeah, that's fucking badass. God, who else? Lynch Mob is always good. I caught parts of Night Ranger. I didn't see a lot of full shows. Because I was.
Yeah.
It's so hard because you're. What's that?
Did you see Joel, bro?
The only time I saw Joel play was when he was playing with me.
Dude, I saw Joel's whole set, and it was fucking mind-blowing.
Yes.
His band's called 13.
Yep.
Minneapolis on. It was just amazing. They did like the whole gamut of like, Dio era Sabbath songs,
right?
And Dio songs, and fucking Whitesnake songs, a couple other covers, a couple originals. It was brilliant.
Yes, because Soto was singing with him, right?
He did a couple songs. I think I didn't catch the guy's name, but Joel has a guy that was singing most of the set. I don't remember his name, but then Scott Soto came up and did a couple songs as well.
Yeah, we got Soto up singing at fucking karaoke, which was awesome.
Dude, I don't remember most of those karaoke jams. I just know that they happened.
Dude, I could not believe what we had singing at karaoke. I mean, the cruises are great. We did the Gong Show, and we had to disqualify our winner because he was too good. Because I made him sing "I'll Never Let You Go," and it's like, all right, you're done. You're done. You're too good.
Yeah, that guy should be fronting like a professional band.
Oh, he should, but he's like one of those gold guys. He pans gold, and he makes more in 3 months than he needs for the rest of his fucking year. So he's like, well, why? I can do this and make so much more money. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. I don't blame you. But yeah, he should be. He's fucking amazing. But we had Dave Medicetti up there singing.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Danny from Taiketo. God, who else came up? Shit, I don't know.
What about what song? I don't remember because I was under the alcohol influence, but what song did Paul Taylor and I sing?
You sang with Paul Taylor? I don't remember that.
I did. I only know that because I saw a photo of it.
Was that one that I was tagged in?
Maybe. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. No, that might have been on my binge night.
Oh, yeah. Which time?
Oh, my. I think that was Sunday.
I got to split. Alex and I are about to have dinner, but
okay, brother. Let me guess. You're sitting at the Rainbow.
I'm not at the Rainbow. We're in the Valley somewhere. He and I just did this jam thing, so we just finished rehearsing, and now we're gonna go eat and drink and be merry. Do your thing. Is there any? And besides, what closing questions regarding the cruise should we cover?
I don't know what I have because this is so impromptu. I think we covered everything.
Right. Yeah. All right. Shout out to Gene and Larry in April. We got that.
Yep.
We did a couple kissing of asses.
Yep.
Oh, you know what I want to say publicly was really fucking cool because this does apply. Is who I got to hang out with and sing with and like generally bro down with is Michael Sweet.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That was one thing I wanted to bring up. Because you said that like, dude, I have a new friend.
Yeah. Granted, that whole debacle with whatever happened last year, that didn't really involve me in the first place.
Right.
And you know what? Like, from a, not political standpoint, but like, ethics-wise, like, that's not my bag. You know me, I'm all fucking Satan and all that shit. I'm kidding, but like,
right.
I don't endorse nor condone any of that stuff. That's just not my thing.
Right.
If you were to be like, yo, there's this Christian rock band, I'd be like, I don't think I really want to get into that.
Right.
However, how the fuck ever, I watched Stryper's set on the pool stage, and they fucking smoked.
Oh yeah, they're amazing live.
I can't remember what fucking Ozzy song they covered. It's on the tip of my tongue. And Oz Fox played that solo, note for note, like the album.
I think is it Over the Mountain?
It might have been Over the Mountain, and it's whatever's on their covers record.
Yeah.
And I've seen Zakk Wylde play that song a bunch, and he never played it even nearly that fucking good. So, anyways, Michael and I got to hang out, and I just told him, I was like, hey, I don't know whatever was said or whatever, but I told him, I was like, listen, man, it was a podcast. Everybody's fucked up. We're being funny, or they were being funny, and like, you know, they unnecessarily picked on you, but like, or the band, I should say, but it wasn't meant as like a personal attack, like for real. If you, and I said, do you actually know Danny? He goes, no, I've never met him. I said, if you knew him and knew his sense of humor, you would probably understand that even though he sounded like he was being a total fucking asshole, he's just trying to be funny.
Right,
and
right.
I said, take that with a grain of salt. I said, for whatever that's worth, there's no malice behind it. And he goes, that's really good to hear, because it was so hurt and you know, or maybe not hurt, but just out of the thin air. Why am I being attacked? And I said, dude, I totally get it. Trust me, I run all of social media. The second someone talks shit on my band or anything like that, I'm the first one to jump down their throat. So I totally get it. And on top of that, he never heard the podcast. He only saw it in writing.
Right,
and
right.
So when you see it out of context in writing, it looks fucking mean as fucking hell.
Yeah,
so,
and yeah, the press release probably, it didn't look as funny as it was, and of course Metal Sludge ran with it, and it just went, you know, blew up from there.
Well, that's what they do, you know. So, and whatever other little fanzines there were that were running with it, and it, you know, and I told him, I was like, listen, I was like, I know your retort, which was well written. I said, you know, you thought we were trying to make some publicity stunt. I said, listen, brother, if we were going to do a fucking publicity stunt, you would know it.
Right.
But laughed. I'm like, that was something said off the cuff, off the collar, some expression I don't know how to use. Trying to be funny while fucked up, not thinking it was ever going to get in print, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and the funny thing is that Don kind of stoked those flames too, Jameson, and, you know, making the, you know, the tell with my liver and all that stuff. And it just, they started rapping or whatever, you know, being funny back and forth. The two of those guys get along great. And when you get Don and Danny together, and me
and Chad.
Yeah, it's always, I mean, not that I was at that podcast.
Right.
Always a mud-slinging fest, because that's just our sense of humor.
Right.
So, but moving past that, we got to talk a little bit. Like, he actually, at the emergency drill or whatever they do at the beginning of the cruise, he just came up, he goes, hey, I don't think we've ever actually met. I just want to introduce myself and say, it just was really sweet. And, you know, he didn't need to fucking do that.
Right.
I would have been like, fuck these guys.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It was cool that he did that, and then we got to hang out, you know, and sit there, and I met his wife, and I met his daughter, and I met, like, all the guys. Everybody was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, for me, I kind of felt not bad, because, again, it wasn't me that started this whole shit show, but I just was kind of like, oh, man, these guys are actually pretty fucking cool, and they got on stage and fucking were amazing.
Right.
So, it is what it is, you know. I don't know if there's any weird old-school shit. That's not my place to speak for Tammy or whatever, but
Right.
I know that when that shit went down, Tammy called Chad and was like, fucking fix this, dude. And now, a year later, whatever it is, we have the same booking agent. So I actually told Michael, I said, we actually joked and told our same agent, saying, oh, we should tour together, like, you know, fucking, you know, the fucking God's disciples and the fucking devil's minions together, Striper, Bastard Pussycat.
Right.
Like, hilarious, you know.
Oh, it'd be great. Yeah, that tagline is perfect. To hell with my liver.
Yeah, I mean,
know?
It would never happen in a million years.
Right.
It was funny to get to that point, you know, and he, like, tweeted me the day we got home and was like, dude, highlight of the cruise was, like, you know, making amends and whatever. I can't remember what he said, you know, making friends with Ace and all that stuff. It meant a lot. And, you know, I respect those guys, you know, even though, like I said, ideology-wise, totally not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got to just eye roll, you know, I'm going to insert an eye roll, you know, when they're throwing out Bibles. But, dude, as a band, they're great, and they were fucking cool dudes. So
yeah.
That's all I can say, and I feel better that we made nice, and, you know, leave it to fucking me to go clean up after Chad and Danny, right?
Right. And, I mean, if he would have actually listened to the show and then heard when Danny said Chad Stewart has AIDS, I think he would have got it.
You know that, I mean, but that's the thing is you know, you were there, I've heard it, we know those guys.
Right.
You know, you're just some guy in some band. You're like, why the fuck is this guy talking shit? You know, if I was Michael, I'd have been like, cool. Next time I see you, I'm gonna pop you in the mouth.
Right.
But that's the difference. And he more or less took the high road, and I appreciate that. And like I said, now we're buddies, and it's water. That's exactly what I said. It's water under the bridge, man. It is what it is.
And look, when I pulled him aside too, and just say, hey, listen, I hope there's no animosity. I mean, yeah, it was on my show, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, No, dude. But it's the same thing. It's like, look, they took a shot at me, so I fired back. I mean, what else, what would you do? You know, but no, it's cool. It was a long time ago. It's over. It's done.
Absolutely. It was all like we know it was meant to be.
Right,
There
right.
was it was shitty of him to say stuff like that, but it's still meant to be funny. It wasn't meant like, you know, like there was no actual malice involved. I don't think Danny even fucking knows those guys, nor like, he can even name a song. So he's like, oh yeah, they suck. It's like, so besides knowing that they wear black and yellow and sing about Jesus, what else do you got? So, but you know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and go on some, you know, fanboy thing, but it just meant a lot to me for someone like that, at that caliber, to just be like, yo, we're cool, let's make friends, and fucking, you know, I'm here to fucking play rock and roll and make friends with people. I'm not here to clean up other people's fucking drama.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
glad that squashed, and that's all I wanted to say. Is it's all fucking good, and that's cool. And you know what? Like I said, we're the same fucking agency, so chances are we're gonna be fucking doing festivals and shit together anyhow. Might as well be fucking cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to do it. It's like, go out, have fun, and don't be a douche.
Exactly. And it's a small world, man. So
It really is.
Man.
All right, brother.
Let's all hang.
Enjoy your dinner.
All right, well, you have fun. Hit me up later if you want to go to the Bow later. Let me know. I'm gonna have a cocktail with Alex and get a bite, but then I'm free. So
I will be out working.
Okay. All right. Well, you kids, whoever the fuck's listening right now, you have fun and wear protection. All right. Later.
There you go. Bye-bye. Ace Von Johnson, Faster Pussycat. Cold called him. And, you know, that was a good thing. And I did want to talk about that a little bit. It's like, well, I mean, that's between Ace and Michael. And it's like, maybe I shouldn't. And I'm glad that I was able to talk to him and he was able to squash everything. And it's all over. It's all done. It's all water under the bridge. Everything's good in fucking rock and roll. You know what? You know, like I said, just go out, have fun. Don't be a douche. Let's all get along. We're all there for the exact same reason. To rock out. And, well, some of us, you know, to have some drinks and have some fun. Some of us not. It's all about music, baby. It's all about music. So, yeah, I mean, I think that was a good recap of everything. Monsters was awesome. My Cruiser Jam went amazing. Thank you to everybody that played. So honored that I got to play with Joel Hoekstra. We did One Way to Rock. That video is floating out there. If you go to the Izzy Presley's Monsters of Rock Cruiser Jam on Facebook, you can see the video. It was shared. Just awesome. I did One Way to Rock with him, and then Joel was nice enough to do we did that with a couple cruisers, Mike Kaz and Elvis, and then he was nice enough to do another song with pretty much all cruisers, and they did A Whole Lot of Love. Ace came up and did 18 and Bathroom Wall, you know, with the cruisers, and it's so cool to be able to do that every year, you know, put together a set list and people sign up, and then to get artists to sign on to go up and play with those guys. Because you know what? It's awesome because not only does it mean a ton to the cruisers to be able to get up and play with the artists, but it's actually really cool for the artists because they get a jam with the cruisers. It's like, because it's a jam and they get to play with people that they've never played with before and are probably never going to play with again. But fuck it, let's roll with it. Let's have some fun. And that's what it is. I think I had 3/4 of the Killer Dwarves on stage at one point. Aaron from Y&T came up and we did Detroit Rock City. We did Slide. Ian Karabi played. Brandon Cook from Black and Blue did a couple songs. Him and Genocide and Johnny Dwarf and Ian Karabi, they did like Cult of Personality. I fucked with them. I'm like, if we're gonna do some shit, this is gonna be a guitar jam. Scottley Crew, what's happening, baby? Let's make Brandon Cook work. And he did, man. Cult of Personality. We were supposed to do a Van Halen tune, but it ended up getting dropped at the last minute just because it was just couldn't get on the right page on everything. So like, well, fuck it. We're not even gonna try it. We're not even gonna fuck with it. Let's just skip it. And we jammed out Highway to Hell. Because why not? God, I think there was one more. Oh, yeah, Nikki Stevens from Paradise Kitty joined us as well. They did Master of Puppets. This was great. Master of Puppets. So Bob Mascarin, he's nice enough to help me out as much as he possibly can. He's a drummer. And it's like, you know, we're on some of these smaller stages when the drum kit's not there, but it shows up. He sets it up for him, and he brings sticks and writes out set lists, and he does all this great stuff. So he was playing drums on Master of Puppets. I didn't even realize what happened. And apparently, during part of the song, the double bass the double bass pedal has got this safety gimmick in it, and the safety gimmick fell out. So he had no bass drum. And what he was doing while he was fixing it to keep beat, and I didn't even know this happened. I mean, I was just out there listening, watching it, like, fuck, this is great. This is awesome. He was kicking the bass drum with his foot while fixing the pedal. I didn't even notice anything happen. So, Bob, killer job. But I had said this after the song. I'm like, I knew that was either going to be a train wreck or it was going to be fucking awesome, and it was fucking awesome. It started to derail, and Jeff Munson and Brandon Cook, they caught it, and they fixed it, and fucking boom, it was great. I remember a couple people walking out going, oh, fuck, they're going to try Master of Puppets. I can't bear to watch it. They should have stayed because it was fucking great. So Cruiser Jam next year, because we will be on again next year. The Cruiser Jam is going to be an AC/DC jam, so that should be a lot of fun. Of course, Gong Show Karaoke was a blast as always. The karaoke is just a shit show. And now we've got a bunch of artists coming up to sing, and that's even cooler because you can get these guys out of their element, just singing fun songs that they're not used to singing. I went to Dave Manichetti. I'm like, all right, so what are you doing? He's like, I only know Y&T songs. It's his stock answer. I'm like, what about Montrose? He's like, okay, and he threw me a song. Brian didn't have it. I'm like, Rock Candy. He's like, all right, let's do it. So he went up and did it with Dave from Taiketo, or Danny from Taiketo, I'm sorry. And he did a bunch of other stuff. They did some Temptations. So fucking sweet. Jeff Scott Soto sang a bunch. Paul from Kiefer's band sang with Ace. I don't remember that. I think that was on my binge night. Brian wasn't too happy with me. Oops. And shout out to DJ No Class Brian Ott. Because I won't be able to do the karaoke stuff without him. I'm just a pretty face on stage. He's a technical guy, and he's the pro. I'm just pretty. And Cruise to the Edge was fun. It was cool. It's like, look, I don't know a lot of those bands. I was making the joke that I only know two of the artists on this, and the only one that actually knows me is the bass player Chris from Yes. Just because I ran into him at the airport after the first year, and I introduced myself, and I talked to Portnoy before, but of course he doesn't remember me. Once I said who I was with the Ace Frehley tribute, he's like, fuck yeah, I remember you, Bubba. Well, he didn't say Bubba. It's not Tammy. But Cruise to the Edges, look, these guys are amazing musicians. Like Ace was saying, it's not not my cup of tea for the most part. I'm a straightforward rock guy. Their fans are so dedicated. The prog fans are so dedicated. It's just unbelievable how dedicated they are. They are Google to the prog world. They don't have to look stuff up. They just know it. You know, you hear them having conversations about so-and-so and his time in the band and blah, 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 blah. It's like, Jesus Christ, how do you know all this stuff? I can barely... Kiss is my favorite band. That's the only band that I kind of know that shit about. You know, and these prog fans are like that. They're just so dedicated to the music and the history of it. It's so awesome. Hats off to them. I only know two songs. I knew two songs that I heard. I walked out to have a cigarette and Focus was playing. I didn't know Focus was playing. And then I'm like, hey, I know this song. It was Hocus Pocus. And they fucking killed it. And then I walked by the theater when Kansas was playing. I heard him doing Carry On. It's like, God, these guys sound fucking great. I watched a little bit of Portnoy's Gimmick, and I didn't know any of the songs, but it was cool. It was fun. It's a little bit more laid back than the Monsters Cruise. Monsters Cruise is just a 24-hour party, but Cruise to the Edge is a little bit more laid back. It's spread out a little bit better, and it's not a full-blown party. I can just have a couple drinks. I can go take naps, eat, go take more naps. It's fun. It's good. It's a good time. And those fans, we always, we kind of make fun of it a little bit, but it's all in good fucking humor because those guys are so dedicated and it's great. And we had a lot. That was the one thing because they have a Cruiser Jam on the Cruise to the Edge. It's every night and it goes for like 4 hours. And this is how their fans are. They pre-plan. I mean, I pre-plan for mine, but we do it one night because there's always so much shit going on. It's hard enough to get people down there for one night to do it because there's so much stuff going on the Monsters of Rock cruise. And they do their late night jam, and they'll go from like 11 to 3, and they did like the first King Crimson record. I mean, this is how dedicated they are to it, and that's great, man. They have fun with it. It's awesome. But since that's going on during karaoke, we had the luxury of having mostly artists up at our karaoke, so it was a win-win. I mean, we got these artists up there saying, I didn't know who any of them were, but they were having a blast. They were trying to do songs that would annoy prog fans, which was great. And they killed it. It was just fun. It was an overall good time. And like Ace said, thank you to Larry Moran, Trina Aldridge, Bill Devers, April, everybody in hospitality. I made the big post about that earlier. Thank you guys so much. It is such an honor to be able to do that each and every year. And I still can't believe it. It's like the coolest job in the fucking world, man. I'm not lying about that. You know, next year we get Moody Blues Cruise as well. Moody Blues took this year off. But Moody Blues Cruise is back next year, next January. The next February is Cruise to the Edge, and then Monsters of Rock, and I just can't wait. I just cannot wait. I'm ready for it again. I mean, I'm happy to be home, shitting solid and cankless, but plus, I think I shit out my liver at one point too. So that's it. That's it. Check out the sponsors for the show. And check out, MoodyBluesCruise.com, CruiseToTheEdge.com, MonstersOfRockCruise.com. If any of those are your bag of tea, and most of my listeners are going to be leaning towards the Monsters of Rock cruise, check it out. We're going to Jamaica next year. It's going to be fucking awesome. Check that out. Get pre-booked, as soon as they're able to. MonstersOfRockCruise.com, CruiseToTheEdge.com, and MoodyBluesCruise.com. Check out the great sponsors for the show, of course, Rockstar Leatherworks, vid-decals.com, Sass Pants Designs, Beater Amplification, AMP Productions Laser Engraving Division, and Rockwood Saloon. Hit me up on the Twitter machine, Izzy_Presley. I suppose I can hit my outro, eh? Here we go. There we go. So yeah, Izzy_Presley. Izzy_Presley is the Twitter machine. If you want to help out the show financially, please do. Izzy_Presley at gmail.com is your PayPal. Izzy.Presley at gmail.com is the PayPal if you want to help out the show. Facebook.com/Izzy Presley. Another effing podcast. Izzy Presley 1 as well. If you want to write in tomorrow night, Twitter machine, Izzy_Presley. Bobby Brown will be in studio. And also Izzy at IzzyPresleyProductions.com if you want to send in emails. You can hit the Facebook page too if you want to ask questions. Valentine's Day episode. Check it out. If you're listening live on Spreaker, hit that follow button. Then you can chat with us in the chat room. If you're listening afterwards, subscribe on iTunes. You can subscribe on Spreaker. Hit that follow button. Subscribe on iTunes. Do all that good shit. It's Spreaker.com/user/Izzy Presley. And that is all. Gonna make like a tree and get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bobby Brown and hopefully another guest in studio. It is another fucking podcast.